Hey, this is Fredo, and I'm just talking about a personal thing that I personally, overcame an addiction that's, briefly hard for other people, right? And I just want to make sure I talk about my own perspective so other people can take an idea out of me or just make sure they can implement what I did in order for them to get out of that situation, right? So, you know, I feel like everybody, we all have got an influence, right? Every influence is a strong power thing, right? All of us, we tend to move on influence just by on subconsciously, just naturally, right? Humans just move based on what other people do, right? And I feel like in our younger times, on like the times where we wasn't really aware, when we wasn't really mature about things or so, everything was just like a game, right? Everything was a game. Everything was just like mindless to do, right? Everything was just like out of our own pleasure. And usually in that mindset, that kind of thing attracts a lot of things. Usually when it comes to things that are mindless to do, right? And one of the things that a lot of people tend to attract is such fabricated things that are gonna pleasure your mindset, your lungs, your body, right? So just going by that same topic, when it comes into like just addictions that we have provided ourselves ever since we were younger, our dopamine level is just gonna be at the most weak side of it, right? It's gonna feed more from it, and the more we grow with it, it's just like a lifestyle, right? And so that's how it was, right? Smoking weed was just a thing where automatically you just like whenever you feel stressed, whenever you feel mad, whenever you feel lost, whenever you feel sad, every under frequency type of vibration, it's gonna make your dopamine mindset just I want it. This is the best time to have it. Oh, you're sad? Let me make you feel happy about yourself. Oh, you're stressed? Let me make you relief about stress. Oh, you're bored right now. Okay. Oh, you're not doing anything. Like your mind is telling you like you're not doing anything. You're bored. Let's do this. Let's smoke. Right. And I feel like that's just like contradicting what what you actually want to stop doing. Right. But the thing is that in order for you to delete that thing away from your life is to automatically act as if you don't need it. Act as if this is not a necessity for you. One thing that weed does, it absolutely ruins everything. It ruins your reality because it makes you comfortable with what you have right now, which is good. Obviously, it's good, right? But that could come along the way within yourself, man. You don't have to smoke weed to feel good about yourself. You don't have to smoke to feel resilient about the life that you have. Because that is not the case. The case is that you need to stop being dependent on such drugs or such chemicals that later on are not going to benefit you at all. There's a lot of different ways how you can relieve your stress that you can do after being bored, after you being mad, after you being sad. Like there's a lot of things, bro. There's a lot of things, and I can name millions of things that could prioritize on making your health better, other than just depending on the substance that's not gonna take you nowhere, right? Cause whenever you do smoke, right, whenever you are just in that state of you being high or just being in a state of you being smoking, right? How do you truly feel? How do you truly feel? Is it like, would you say like everything is easier for you? Everything is happier for you? Everything is in the sense where, you know, you feel comfortable about yourself, right? How does it feel truly within yourself? And the answers are right? You feel so better of yourself, and that is one of the reasons why you need to stop because life is about growing. Life is not about settling. If you settle for what you have right now, you're not gonna have the desired things that you wanna have, right? Everything is gonna come out of just a structure of everything has to be balanced, and yourself and your environment and your growth and your knowledge and your skills needs to be mastered. Needs to be something that needs to be in a skill, right? So one thing that I had to do automatically is to stop hanging out with people that smoke every day. Stop hanging out with people who prioritize smoking weed. So if you distance yourself from that, now the influence is not going to be there, right? I don't care if it's your brother. I don't care if it's your mom, your dad, your sister, whoever it is, your best friend, your neighbor. It doesn't matter. Why? Because you're wanting to not get influence around that, right? And I'm not here to tell you to stop talking to them or just, cut them off. Just be distant. Be distant at a point where, okay, if you're gonna start doing that, I'm just gonna make sure I do other stuff because I don't want to, be around that smoking, right? I don't want to be around smoking. So you're gonna have standards now, right? And what I'm trying to say is that once you start becoming distant from that type of environment, now your mindset, your brain is gonna have like a different pattern. A different pattern meaning that, oh wow, like you're not gonna smoke with him? Oh what? Like usually we smoke together. Usually, we have fun smoking together. Usually we just smoke here like for the rest of the night. Well, what happened? Usually, like I'm just, we just smoking here. Like, what's the idea? Like, what happened? Why are you not doing this? Why are you leaving? Right? And like sometimes it's gonna be hard. Sometimes it's just gonna be like, wow, like, you know what? Like, let me smoke just like one last time. But don't because if the first step is hard to get over you, oh man, like the other steps, man, it's probably gonna be triple the hard to do, right? Which is keeping out of sight and keep it out of mind that concept of you smoking weed, right? So what I'm trying to put in your own eyes is that you have to become this person that who would you be and how would you act? How would you react to certain ways regarding smoking weed, right? Who would you be if you never were addicted to it? Ask yourself that question, right? And once you start preventing with more answers, right? What would it take for you to start smoking weed, right? Who would you be? What changed man would you be, right? And now your mind is gonna feed off from these new words, new thoughts, new perspective of yourself that is gonna help you provide the way. Because in the long run, now your mindset is gonna have like you smoking weed, seeing yourself smoking weed, it's gonna have that mindset of like, why am I doing this? Now you're gonna be more conscious and more self-aware about that, and that's what you truly want, right? You want to truly just change the idea of you smoking because the reason why you're smoking is because you want to have pleasure. You want to have pleasure, right? But you're gonna start finding pleasure on other things like growing, making money, making connections, going to the gym, eating healthy, working on yourself, listening to music, whatever it could be. It's gonna automatically change the matter of the fact that you're not gonna smoke no more. And that's what you truly want. You truly want to have a different concept. You truly want to grow as a person and be better, right? And be better. So yeah, man, like I was mentioning, distance yourself from influence, right? Even if you don't have to talk to them every day, it's cool, man. It's cool. Realistically, it's cool. Change your self-thought. Act like as if you don't need it. Number 3, find other things to do. Find other pleasures that you love to do. Like if you have a passion, if you like playing sports, go play sports. Go find a team. Just go find a team. Like it doesn't matter. Just go find a team, right? And then also change your self-concept. Change the idea of yourself. Change the idea of who you will be if you didn't smoke weed, right? Maybe that idea is like you being a wealthy person, right? A wealthy person would smoke weed, right? You wouldn't need it because, whoa, you have other things to worry about and other things to provide yourself with, right? But what I'm saying is that the self-concept idea It's gonna change the idea of yourself so much, because now your brain patterns are gonna be different. You're not gonna be looking at yourself at the same, right? You're gonna be imagining yourself and thinking to yourself who you will be if you were a person who didn't need weed or didn't smoke weed or wasn't addicted to weed at all, right? But yeah, man, it's been Fredo Saga. Let's leave it at the mansion expansion with some new game, and let's input into the real world, right? Let's get it.